What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. So I apologize for having 0 uploads this month. It's just been a very crazy busy month for me. There's a lot of stuff with my job going on, as well as planning a little family vacation here in a couple weeks. So a lot of time and focus and finances have been going towards that, as well as me shifting focus on my music stuff. Almost done finishing up my second album, and then recording is going to be starting here pretty soon with my band on our second album as well. So a lot of stuff happening on towards that. So hopefully uploads will start being more consistent around mid-June to July, hopefully sooner. I'm going to try to get a video out for you guys before I head out on vacation on a how-to video for removing a manual transmission from the 3rd generation Accord. And that's what I got planned. So no guarantees on that. I'll do my best if I can find time to do that, but no guarantees if that doesn't happen. I'm sorry if it doesn't. So when I get back to it on the car stuff, I'll give you guys a little update on what the plans is on going on for that. So if you've been following the channel, I told you guys that I was planning on getting the DA Integra ready for some drag races this year. Well, that's going to be scratched off the list of things to do, because most of my priorities are going to be shifted now on the Accord for this year. So around October in Williams, Arizona, there's going to be like a classic 66 JDM car meet up there, and I'm going to try to get the Accord ready to go to that. And what I mean by getting ready is I'm going to rebuild the transmission, specifically the Integra hybrid transmission. And I'm just going to do basic synchros, seals, bearings, and then I'm also going to do the WaveTrack B16 LSD. And I'll record all that and do a video for you guys, because that's going to be my first time doing the LSD install as well. And then after that, this is where it's going to get a little controversial. I'm going to actually start getting parts ready, and then I'm going to turbo it. Now, why am I not going to take the engine out, rebuild it, take it to the machine shop, get it bored out, throw in forged internals? Yeah, I should do that. I could do that. The reasoning why I'm not doing it is more of a reasoning for myself. I kind of really want to see, I want to push the boundaries of the 820 engine, especially since it's about to roll over 310,000 miles. I just want to see how it holds up. The only time it's ever been opened is when you guys have seen on the channel before, where I had to open it up because I blew the head gasket on it. Which, by the way, I'm well over 500 miles driving the car since that head gasket change, and about a little over 300 since doing the tuning on it. So the car is holding fine. So I want to turbo it. Nothing crazy. Obviously it's going to be under 10 psi, because I'm still going to have to stock a Honda map sensor on there, which can't read anything above 10 or 11 psi anyway. So probably it's going to be under like 7 psi of boost. I don't know what size turbo I'm going to go to, so I know saying psi is kind of irrelevant, but that's the plan for right now. And also, if it holds together on the way there, then I'm going to, when I take the engine out, when everything's already kind of set in place in the bay, when it's at the machine shop, I'm going to use that time to start cleaning up the bay a bit, maybe do some wire tucking, engine shave the bay, repainting it, all that good stuff. Just now that I would have a better picture, knowing where I'm going to have certain things mounted and so on and so forth. So there's that on that. As far as the Integra, the reasoning why I'm kind of like stepping away from that, besides having more of a drive to complete or further on the build of the Accord, is under further inspection of the car. The car's still running fine. There is a couple things of the swap that the previous owner did. I'm not going to say it was completely half-assed, but it was definitely a couple things where they took some shortcuts, and it kind of shows. But the car does run fine. So there's a B20B high comp engine swap in the Integra. It originally came with a B18A LS, and that whole car was OBD0. They didn't go OBD2, or sorry, the DA Integras didn't go OBD1 until I believe 92, 93. So wiring harness, the ECU in there is still all OBD0, and there's an OBD2 B20 in the car, and it still has the B18 LS intake manifold, as well as the low impedance injectors with a resistor box. So there's a lot of little stuff I'm going to have to do to that car, which isn't going to be too hard to do, but it's kind of like, with the time and money and effort that I start doing stuff on the Integra before I start building it up and throwing a turbo kit and all that stuff and getting it ready, I could get the Accord a little bit further to where I want it to, given that. So that's why the Integra is kind of being put aside just for a little while. And then the Civic's kind of been grounded because it has a flat tire, and all the tires in that car, I'm actually surprised they didn't like call it quits a while ago. So it's just basically been a semi-daily for me. So that's going to give me an opportunity when I get back on vacation to probably, source out some pretty good, stickier, more performance-wise tires for that car. So maybe once a road course event comes up, I'll have tires good to go for that. It also needs a new clutch. The clutch is starting to go out on that. So probably will do that as well. But other than that, I'm not really too focused on the Civic right now. I really want to paint it, believe it or not. But that's all like kind of being put aside right now. The main focus is going to be the Accord. So those are the steps that I'm going on with the builds. If you guys have any questions, continue to keep asking me. Hit me up on Instagram. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet. I should have mentioned this a long time ago. I will leave a link down in the description for it. There is a 3G's YouTube page now, like an official 3G's YouTube page, and it's ran by the administrators that run the I'm blanking here, sorry. The Facebook 3G's page as well. So what it is all of the veteran 3G's owners that are in my opinion much more knowledgeable in the platform than I am. The whole channel is taking playlists and stuff from their YouTube channels and whatnot and their source information, and it's all bundled up into this YouTube page. It's awesome. So like almost every little how-to, little info thing here and there that either I haven't done or some other people have done, but it either explained it better or differently than what I have, or it's all there, and it's just going to continue to grow on. So I'll leave a link in the description for that. Go check that out. That channel is going to be solely just 3G's third generation Accord, A20. The main source of information is hopefully going to be on that page. I'm still going to be doing stuff on my page as well, but if you see it on here, you're definitely going to see it on there. And there's a great group of guys that have posted their builds and their how-tos and stuff as well onto there as well that I haven't even done yet or may not even do. So be sure to go check that out, the 3G's forum YouTube page. Or sorry, just 3G's. I'll leave it in the description. I'll make it less confusing for you guys. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.